Welcome everyone to the Hidden Talents Program onboarding meeting today, Tuesday, 13th of October. I'm here joined with my colleague Diego, part of the talent acquisition team as well. Diego, if you want to present yourself.
Hi everybody, it's very nice to meet you and happy to be here.
Lovely. So we'll basically explain to you guys how the HTP, the Hidden Talents Program, really works. What you can expect from it and everything involved really. I'll be doing the first part of the presentation and my colleague Diego will be doing the second part. And by the end, we'll obviously address any questions might you guys have any. So to start, yes, this is the Hidden Talents Program. First of all, who we are. So we are AudaCity Capital. We are a prop trading firm founded in 2012 and located in central London, United Kingdom. And we mainly operate the foreign exchange markets, the market where currencies are exchanged. But we as a company also trade equities and commodities. However, our traders mainly trade Forex until they reach a larger account. And what we've been doing basically is we've been helping and funding Forex traders for many years now in a very successful way here in the city of London. So what can you expect inside the Hidden Talents Program, which is the program that you have applied for? So the Hidden Talents Program is a program we crafted after we understood that successful traders are not really born but made. So we saw that a lot of people had a lot of potential, but they didn't have the right tools or the right people behind them to help them be successful. That's why we went into the mission of really helping aspiring traders become successful, really. So that's why we created the Hidden Talents Program with obviously one clear objective in mind, a shortcut to profitability. We saw that a lot of people were being profitable after a long time, or a lot of energy and money wasted on really bad courses or things that didn't really help them. That's why we saw that this is something we really need to address, and also would be good to have really good traders coming in with us. That's why we obviously created the Hidden Talents Program. What the Hidden Talents Program comprises is a 1-month intensive training course with a one-on-one approach with our mentor to achieve profitability, as I said before. And it is obviously followed by funding to back each single trader in the trading journey with us at the very end of the training. So we have two types of Hidden Talents Program. We recognized some time ago that different people have responsibilities like their job or personal reasons getting on the way of their education. That is why we created the Hidden Talents Program, the Fast Track. So this is another program which is a bit different, and it is for those who cannot really afford to take the full 1-month intensive training course, and instead can just do a little bit less. So the Fast Track program is exactly the same program as the Hidden Talents Program. It is just halved. So instead of 4 weeks of training, we get 2 weeks of training, the exact same content in them, just 2 weeks instead of 4, and obviously half the funding at the end, and also as well half the pricing. In terms of the program structure, this will cover in both the Fast Track and the regular Hidden Talents Program. We cover 6 main things really. We will see the technical analysis part of trading. I don't know if you guys are aware of, but trading comprises mainly technical and fundamental analysis, and behind as well the emotional management of it. So the first aspect is the technical analysis. Here we'll teach you, the exact trading method that the mentor has been using for over 16 years, and he's been profitable for a long time now. So you just be able to copy exactly what he's been doing for a long time, and it's proven to work now. Apart from that, we'll teach you fundamental analysis for you guys to understand, the major moves behind the market, why a certain, pair moves in a certain way, why things happen in the market. It's mainly linked to economics. We also teach you a bit of intermarket strategies. So you learn to correlate the different markets between each other. For example, the gold market and the Australian dollar, milk market and the New Zealand dollar, and so on. When one market moves, what does the other, and so on. You'll be able to see that with equities as well, not only with commodities. You'll be able to see if, when the dollar drops, what happens to big firms, and so on. You'll be able to, logically correlate the different markets and take advantage of that, of course. We also have a lot of emphasis in the trading psychology. We believe, here is where a big part of successful traders, secret resides. We can teach everyone how to trade a certain way or when to enter the market. But if they don't have the appropriate psychology behind, that's not really going to work. They need to know that trading is a system. It's a probability game after all, and it doesn't work like I place one trade and I'm a millionaire. It works more in the way of, it's a set of trades, it's a part of the system, and over a longer period of time, it does give results if we're always doing the same thing, no matter what happens in the short term. We'll also teach you about money management, which is, in my opinion, really important for the probabilities to be able to display themselves, within its time. So for example, if we have an 80% probability ratio in our trading plan, in our trading strategy, 8 out of 10 trades will be successful. However, 2 out of 10 trades will not be successful. And the string of probabilities are not arranged in a 1 to 10 in a very strict order. So you never know what trades are going to come up first. So for example, you have first of all 10 losing trades in a row. And if you don't have the appropriate risk management in there, you're going to blow up your account before you can let the other probabilities play out. Maybe the first trades were losing, but then the next 70 trades are going to be winning, and then the next 10 trades after that losing. So you don't never know what string of possibilities and probabilities you're going to have there. That's why we like to risk a very, very small amount in every single trade. And finally, we'll be teaching you about macroeconomics, obviously very linked to the intermarket strategy, for you to be able to understand the major news behind pairs and moves as well. What happens when the ECB says they're going to cut rates? What does that mean? What does hawkish or dovish means in terms of central banks and so on? And obviously for all the trainees, we start with a $50 live account to start practicing from day one. So we used to do a demo account before, in which we would have a $10,000 demo account and we could practice how to trade and so on. However, we didn't really see that really helped a lot, especially when traders went to the real account, because the psychology would be all messed up really, and it wouldn't be good. We prefer to go, even if it's small, a live account, so people can actually feel the pain of how it feels to lose some real money in the markets. Moving on, in terms of the objectives and outcome, we expect every trainee to end up with after this program. We expect you as a trainee to successfully implement the mentor strategy to be able how to execute in the market in a good way. We expect you as well to successfully correlate the macro market with what is going on in the markets. That is obviously part of the macroeconomics and intermarket strategies. We also successfully be able to analyze different markets in different time frames. So that's what we call the top-down analysis, going from the bigger time frames to the smaller time frames in a very logically and coherent way. You'll be able to explain exactly what is going on in the markets at all times. And you'll also be able to correlate the different Forex market with other markets, as I explained before, part of the intermarket strategies. You'll also be able to successfully apply the appropriate risk management, as I just mentioned before, and you'll be able to have the appropriate psychology, to be ready as a trader in the markets trading with us. And finally, most importantly, you'll be able to be profitable, which is our #1 goal. If you're not profitable, none of this matters. What matters really at the end of the day, if you are profitable or not. Now I'm gonna give the word to my colleague, Diego here for the rest of the presentation.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Oriol. So I want to talk to you guys about the role of the mentor. The mentor is there because he's in charge of training you at the highest industry standard. And this means giving you a one-to-one, very private training that allows you and allows him to have a hold you by the hand approach so that you do not get lost along the way. Having said this, everything that he will be teaching you, all the theory and all the hours spent with you learning will be practiced in the Practice Live account, and he'll make sure that everything that you have learned, you can see it live playing out most likely in your favor. And having said that, the mentor has obviously a plethora of experience. He's been in the trading career for 16 years, and all the money that he makes at the moment is from the market. So you can be sure that everything you are being taught is to drive you towards that profitability goal. Now, he will also be preparing you for your trading career, and that funding backing you up. And the reason for that is because we like to put our money where our mouth is, essentially. We like to train you up. We like to teach you the ins and outs of trading, especially Forex trading with us. And we like to put our money to make sure that you have the base from which you can grow. Now, in terms of teaching hours, the training program is intensive. You'll be training 4 to 6 hours per day with the mentor 5 days a week. That would be Monday to Friday. However, we understand at AudaCity Capital that you do have different times. If you're working, if you're studying, or if you are busy during your day, we are very flexible with our teaching times. We actually send our mentor and we ask him to mold his schedule around yours. This is so that you can have the most effective training hours and that you're learning to your full potential when he is teaching you. So if your problem is, for example, you're living far away or you're going to be working, please don't worry, because we'll make sure that we accommodate that within the teaching we'll have for you. Now, upon completion of the training course, you'll be funded with a $15,000 account. This is for all trainees, and this is a guarantee from our side. And what this does is back you up for you to grow exponentially and not just starting from zero. So then after the training course, we move you to what we call the funded trader program. And in the funded trading program, we give you the 15,000 capital with a 10% profit target, which whenever you hit it, we actually double the capital. So from 15,000 to 30,000, 60,000, so on and so forth, until you reach a limit of $500,000. Now we have a constant drawdown of 10%, which means you are able to lose up to a 10% max, and with a lot size of 0.5. If you don't know what any of this means, do not worry. The mentor will go through it with you in detail, so you know exactly what our rules are, as well as exactly how to make the most out of this funding. And of course, for the fast track, it would be half the funding, which would be $7.5 thousand, but he will also be teaching you how to grow that as well. In terms of the pricing of the course, of course, you'll want to know what it costs to be trained on a one-to-one basis with a mentor. The cost is £2,500 for the Hidden Talents program, and that already includes not only what we'll be teaching you, but as well the funding. And that's also plus VAT. And our full cost, all-included Hidden Talents program fast track is half the price, £1,250 plus VAT. And this price includes everything. There are no extra costs. Doesn't matter if you will want to, for example, extend a little bit your training because of your training hours, so on and so forth. Everything's covered. We've got you covered, and we've got you backed up with the funding as well. Okay. Now, I would just like to move on to some frequently asked questions. We'll be sending you a document where you will be able to read all the questions that we get from our current students, as well as people that have asked their questions that wanted to know before joining the program. We'll actually send you a document detailing everything that you might want to know. However, apart from that, we'll have some questions and answers right now where you can type on chat, and we'll be happy to answer any questions that you have and clear any doubts as well. Okay. So please, if you're ready to ask some questions, please go ahead. Me and Oriola are ready and waiting to answer any of them.
Lovely, thank you, Diego. I'll be waiting for them as well.